Hey guys! Welcome to Turkish Star Files. All the juicy details are in today's video, so settle in. Before we dive into the whirlwind, don't forget to subscribe and share so you don't miss a single twist. Thank you for being here. Now, let's talk about the couple everyone can't stop whispering about, Barış Baktas and Yağmur Yüksel. They've just slipped away on a surprise trip abroad, and the timing could not be more intriguing, right on the heels of Barış's birthday. The buzz started the moment their close-knit celebration ended, and it's only grown louder with every cryptic hint they've dropped since. For months, their names have been lighting up both TV screens and headlines. Every project they touch draws attention, and every look they exchange sparks 1,000 comments. This time, the rumor mill says that after a warm, intimate birthday night with a small circle of friends, the two quietly left Istanbul, aiming for a reset far from work chaos, flashing cameras, and endless speculation. Those who were at the party swear that Yağmur stayed close to Barış all evening, checking in on him with that serene calm she's known for, while he couldn't stop smiling. Witnesses talk about laughter at the table, soft music, a few tender glances, and a sense that they wanted to wrap the night in a bow with something memorable. And apparently, they did. Here's the twist: a day after the candles were blown out, the pair reportedly headed to the airport, but with a clever strategy. To dodge the swarm of lenses, they're said to have left at separate times, one slipping in early under a cap and mask, the other hours later with a travel bag and a low profile. Their destination? Kept under lock and key. Still, whispers in the industry insist they picked a European city where romance floats through quiet streets and the pace slows enough for two worn-out hearts to breathe. Insiders suggest that although they wanted comfort and a touch of luxury, they were meticulous about staying out of crowded hotspots. No influencer-packed terraces, no blaring clubs, no obvious celebrity playgrounds. And they gave everyone another puzzle to solve. Their social media. Instead of couple shots, they shared minimalist glimpses, a morning window glowing with pale light here, a coffee cup on a stone ledge there, a soft scarf on an old wooden bench. Those tiny clues unleashed a frenzy of detective work. Fans compared shadows, clock towers, street tiles, even the color of the sky. The theory boards lit up. What added fuel to the fire was their style on this getaway. Yağmur, known for turning heads with a single effortless detail, reportedly kept it clean and natural, think sun-kissed skin, a low ponytail, and easy, neutral colors. Barış leaned into relaxed elegance, mixing sporty pieces with tapered jackets and simple sneakers. They looked like themselves, no costumes, no fuss, just two people trying to make room for quiet. And even though they've avoided posting a photo together, the timing and the matching scenery left little doubt. Two posts, minutes apart, with the same stone arch in the background? Fans didn't miss it for a second. By the time likes and comments exploded into the thousands, one thing was clear: this trip mattered. People close to the couple say the last season stretched them thin, long hours, demanding scripts, and the kind of public attention that turns a normal coffee run into a headline. A break like this, they say, isn't just a treat, it's medicine. The plan is to return refreshed and dive back into work with sharper focus, stronger energy, and, maybe, a sturdier sense of what truly deserves their attention. Others insist this journey speaks to something deeper, a quiet testament to their harmony. For all the noise around them, they chose silence. They chose privacy. And that choice is telling. Still, everyone is asking the same questions: how long will they stay? Will someone catch them together at the terminal when they return? Will a fan video crack the mystery wide open? Even without an official statement from Barış or Yağmur, the story keeps writing itself, and it's not fading anytime soon. Friends of the couple hint at a pact they made before leaving, to unplug. Between back-to-back filming and the relentless hum of city life, carving out time for each other had become a rare luxury. This getaway, they decided, would be different. No endless scrolling, no doom-laden comment sections, no chasing the perfect shot. According to someone in their circle, it was Yağmur who put it best: we want to take a break and enjoy the moment. Simple words, but loaded with intention. Their days, we hear, have been beautifully ordinary. They wake early, lace up their shoes, and walk, past riverbanks and tucked-away gardens, through neighborhoods that only locals know. They choose tiny galleries over grand museums, markets over malls, family-owned bistros over glossy restaurants. In the evenings, they linger over dinner, tasting slow food and slow time. Sometimes they leave a table hand in hand, unhurried, almost invisible in the hum of a foreign street. People nearby notice how easy they are together, the gentle way he holds the door, the little smile she sends back. Without makeup, in soft sportswear, in the glow of real sunlight, Yağmur has won fresh waves of praise from fans who find her radiantly real. Meanwhile, stories about how protective and present Barış is keep surfacing. A waiter supposedly saw him drape a jacket over her shoulders when the breeze turned and laughed when she tried to insist she wasn't cold. A shopkeeper claims they bought a small, simple trinket and exchanged a look that said more than a photo ever could. The vibe around them, observers say, is calm, joyful, and quietly electric. Some say this calm has given them clarity. When you switch off the noise, plans rise to the surface. No, they aren't rushing into declarations or big announcements, and those close to them deny any secret rings or hidden proposals. But they are, according to our sources, speaking honestly about the road ahead, sketching ideas for projects and personal milestones without forcing anything. That kind of steadiness, for a couple constantly under a magnifying glass, feels like a milestone in itself. And let's address the elephant in the room, the breakup rumors that seem to pop up every few weeks like clockwork. How did they respond? Not with a grand statement, not with a dramatic staged photo, but with this trip. A soft answer to a loud question. Their time abroad, and the possibility that they might even extend it, sent a new wave of chatter through the fan base. The consensus? Whatever this is, it's serious in the way that actually counts. If you could have watched them, they say, you'd have seen two people moving in sync. Some moments brimmed with laughter, big and unguarded. Others sank into deep conversation, heads close, voices low. There's a sense they've stepped into a steadier phase, one where emotion doesn't need spectacle to be felt. Those who know Barış well say his attentiveness has shifted into something even more grounded, like he's guarding a quiet flame and knows exactly how precious it is. That energy changes things. Sources also hint that the trip came at precisely the right time. They had been carrying tension, some of it from headlines, some from the sheer exhaustion of shows, scripts, and schedules, and some from the pressure of being watched, always. A public relationship can make even private thoughts feel monitored. But in those narrow streets, with foreign voices and unfamiliar skylines, they carved out a small world for two. And in that world, they could finally exhale. The way they handled social media says it all. A handful of photos, carefully chosen, none of them giving away more than necessary. Light, texture, mood. Not everything has to be shared, their posts seem to say. Not every warmth needs to burn on a screen. And yet fans pieced it together like experts. A balcony with curved ironwork, a slice of lemon tart served on the same plate pattern at two different times, the reflection of a tower mirrored in two distinct windows. The clues line up like stars, and the picture they paint is unmistakable. So here we are, at the height of the speculation. Everyone's waiting to see what happens when they return. Will a single candid shot at the airport become the photo that breaks the dam? Will they walk out together, or maintain the same careful rhythm that kept their secret intact on the way out? One thing is certain. This story has a heartbeat of its own, and it's going to keep pulsing through conversations for a long while. What makes this even more captivating is how the two have carried themselves. No pointed captions, no reactive statements, no public spats, just a measured silence that speaks volumes. Their fans feel reassured, their critics have less to push against, and the industry is taking notes. In a culture that often rewards oversharing, Barış and Yağmur have chosen another path, one that shows confidence in what they are building away from the glare. Think about the shape of their days as told by those small signs. Early mornings, simple breakfasts, a shared map folded and tucked in a pocket. Little markets where the air smells of citrus and fresh bread. A shop where she tries on a scarf while he pretends not to notice, then buys it when she steps outside. A bench warmed by sun where they rest and say nothing for a while. The kind of rhythm that steadies the heart. If this is what they needed, it's hard to imagine a better prescription. And yet, it's not all softness. The decision to go at different times, to keep their exact location under wraps, to limit their posts, to filter out the noise, these are savvy moves. They understand how fame works, and they're choosing to steer their own story rather than let it drive them. That level of control doesn't come from hiding, it comes from knowing who you are and what you want to protect. Back home, the chatter isn't slowing down. Projects are lining up, scripts are being read, and managers are penciling in dates. After this reset, those close to them say their focus is sharper, their motives cleaner. They've had time to weigh what matters most and what needs to wait. And in that clarity, you can feel the strength of their bond. We'll keep watching, of course. Will they post a single photo together when they're back, just to quiet the last doubters? Or will they keep this sacred stretch of time tucked away like a secret they only share in glances? We may not get an answer today, or even this week, but maybe that's the point. Maybe the best stories don't deliver all their answers at once. For now, the evidence is undeniable. The matching backdrops. The synchrony of their uploads. The mood that ties their posts together like a thin silver thread. The way she looks rested and luminous. The way he looks content and grounded. 2 timelines, 1 trip. 2 feeds, 1 feeling. So, to everyone still trying to solve the puzzle piece by piece, keep your eyes on the quiet details. That's where this couple speaks loudest. Not in declarations, but in the grace of holding something precious just out of sight. And that's exactly why Barış Baktas and Yağmur Yüksel have become the most whispered names of the week, again. That's our story for today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't leave without hitting subscribe and sharing the video with someone who lives for these soft-burn romances. You're watching Turkish Star Files, where we follow the heartbeat behind the headlines. See you in the next one.